welcome, Phil, to Caversham. You've been down this morning with Jurgen Grobler, chief coach of the men's squad. What's your experience been this morning with Jurgen?
Well, it's been inspiring really, because as a young coach, young manager, part of my I suppose learning with the FA is to go out and see the best in the business in sport work and see how they build cultures and philosophies and interact with players or athletes at elite level. And Jurgen's got a unbelievable reputation, great experience, and just being around him for 2 or 3 hours here has been inspiring. I think as young coaches you need people to keep giving you inspiration. I had Sir Alex Ferguson and David Moyes that inspired me as early coach, and Jurgen this morning has similar. He reminded me so much of Sir Alex Ferguson in the way that he is the simplicity of his work, the demands, the respect that he had with his athletes, and the athletes respected the coach, and just his work ethic is absolutely incredible. And you know, I was riding up and down on my bicycle with him, and he just kept firing on and speaking to the athletes on the bolts, and I've loved absolutely every minute of it.
And just talking about the athletes, have you been quite impressed with what you've seen in terms of both the setup here at Caversham, but also kind of the drive that you see in the athletes with the amount of training that they're doing?
You know what, I think obviously I've spent a lot of time with Jurgen this morning, but probably the main reason of my visit here is to see the athletes and how they perform, how they self-manage themselves, the drive, the determination, the single-mindedness. And I know I was watching the guys rowing in a boat of 8, but they're individuals, but they're part of a team, and self-driven. The way that they get to training, they go in the gym on their own. There's nobody, you know, sort of like holding their hands, and it's something that I want to introduce into the women's team. Really, is that self-driven, self-sacrifice, where they are thinking about being an elite athlete every second of the day. And these guys are training now, and girls are training for 3 times today. They come in, they do the work, they go and get the food, they then go and train again, then they go and train again in the afternoon after a sleep, and they are self-driven, and that's why I think that the rowers are so successful. That's why they win gold medals. I want the England women's team to be the best team in the world and to win gold medals at Olympics and in the World Cups, and it takes this type of effort and dedication to do that. So I'll be saying that to my female players.
And what about just the general facilities here at Caversham? What's kind of your view on what the rowers get to work with here, from both, you know, the support staff side, but also then the facilities that they're actually in? Well,
the facility is really good. What I love about it, you can probably go to different parts of the world and find probably bigger, maybe even better facilities than this, but you know, there's a real homeliness about it. There's a real work ethic. There's a closeness where the coaches and the players, both female players, that they're always both female and male, are mixing. They're experiencing it together. You can see the closeness, the intensity of the athletes, because they're all driving each other on, and I actually love that. It takes it back to when I first got into football and we trained at the Cliff Training Ground, where the first team players mixed with the young players, and there was a close-knit, there was an inspiring looking at the experienced players, and there's just that feel, there's a smell of hard work, and that's what I love about this facility at Caversham.
And finally, what are you going to take? What's kind of the one thing you think you'll be able to take back to you and to your team?
The big thing is that you've got to be ruthless and relentless. That's the message that everyone I've spoke to, every coach that I spoke to, was the ruthless and relentlessness of the training, the preparation, the diet, the nutrition, the work that they do here. There is not a day off. Rest is rust is something that I've learned today, and I totally agree. It's probably the way I was brought up, and sometimes when you come on these visits, it just reinforces the messages that you want to give back to your team. And without a shadow of a doubt, for my team to become the best in the world, they need the qualities that are here at Caversham in terms of that ruthlessness, the relentlessness, and the ability to work as hard as they possibly can and sacrifice them, you know, to get the ultimate goal, which is to win a gold medal. So it's been inspiring, it's been great, and I hope that the rowing staff can come to the FA one day and see how we work, and in a different environment.